Good morning, team and Attraction Mastery participants. So I recorded this for you so you can learn how to design a campaign from start to finish. And this is going to be specifically an agent follow-up campaign. Now, I realize how daunting these campaigns can be, especially if you're not familiar with the system. So I'm going to walk you through it. I'm going to try and go as slow as possible. The idea is this recording, you could back it up, watch it again to really get a feel for what it's going to look like to have a campaign. What we're going to do is we're going to launch 3 campaigns, cloning them as we go. So step 1, I'm going to walk you through designing a hot campaign, which is a 7 to 8 day follow-up cadence. And then we're going to replicate those campaigns later in another video to duplicate a hot to a warm. We'll just change the time frame of frequency of delivery, and then eventually to a cold. And we'll get some other features of it as we progress. But I want to break this down into segments. I've given a lot of thought to what's the easiest way for me to convey this without overwhelming you and feeling like we can step through this. And I'm a high D, so I'm like bam, 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 bam. So I'm going to try and slow it down, take you into segments so you feel accomplished. When we get step 1 done, you'll have a hot campaign in your system. Step 2 is we're going to go put some text language to those particular texts that go out and fine tune that campaign. Once we fine tune the campaign and it's a working campaign, we're going to launch it live, and then we're going to clone it, and we're going to duplicate to a warm campaign and then a cold campaign. Each campaign is going to have a different temperature of communication. To a cold, somebody that you're only going to communicate with every month, you don't want to give them a hot message like, "Oh, I'm so excited to talk to you," and elevate that conversation. You want to keep that slower and respect where they are. So this will unfold. So basically, you're going to have a campaign. You're going to have texts and things that happen in that campaign that is matching the temperature of the campaign: hot, warm, cold. I'm going to show you how to build all these things from start to finish, and hopefully this is going to be helpful. So first of all, I'm going to share my screen and show you a campaign that I built this morning in testing to do this. I built 2 or 3, finding out what the easiest cadence for you to understand and build these on your own, because you really can't leverage this out. There's nobody that could do this for you. So this is something you're going to have to do within yourself. There are a lot of campaigns within KV Core that are template campaigns. I'm going to show you where those are. But I've tried to take a KV Core template and edit. It's easier to start from scratch for what we're doing. So that's what we're going to walk you through today. Okay. So number 1, welcome to my KV Core. You can see I'm in the campaign library. I'm just giving you an example what this looks like. This is a campaign I made today. It took me about 15 minutes, and I know what I'm doing. So, give yourself some time. But this is a Fix Me Hot campaign, an 8-day agent follow-up, and you can see the cadence in it. We have on day 8, they get a text. On day 16, day 24, on day 30, they get a phone call. Day 38, they get a text. Day 46, they get a text. Day 54, they get a text. Day 60, they get a phone call. We're going to add some emails into these campaigns also as we progress. I'll show you that. And then again, day 68, day 76, day 84, text, day 90, a call. And then there's a status task. What's next? Are they still hot? Are they still warm? Are they cold? Are they dead? What's going on? We'll adjust and relaunch a new campaign based on that follow-up, okay? So that's what it looks like when we're done here in a bit. That's what it's going to look like. So now I'm going to go back. I'm going to start at your dashboard. Everybody has a KV Core dashboard. This says what's going on in your system. You have texts that are coming in. You have emails, leads, all these things it's kind of like, it's the dashboard. It's the place that you can see everything going on in your system. Because I'm on Zoom, it's a little slower than normal, but you'll see that it will pick up as we go. You can see I've got several texts this morning, a few seconds ago, 40 minutes ago, an hour ago, so on. So this is my desktop. First thing we want to do is go to Marketing Autopilot. Marketing Autopilot is on the left tab right there. Okay. So in Marketing Autopilot, the very first thing you're going to do is click on Smart Campaigns. Now, if you have the ability to play this video while you're on your screen, like if you only have one monitor, I have multiple monitors, it might be valuable to play the video on your iPhone, on an iPad, on a laptop, and then do the activities in your KV Core. That's just what I suggest. I have multiple screens. I could do different things, but smart campaigns, number one, click smart campaign. And in here, this is the system campaigns tab. This is all the campaigns that KV Core has built for you. If you see any you like, by the way, all you do is add them to your library and they will be part of your KV Core campaigns. For today, we're going to build a campaign from scratch. I know it sounds like a lot, but it's the easiest way to follow through with this training. So very first thing we're going to do is go to the campaign library, and you're going to see that you have the system campaigns. I showed you how to open those, and then you have your library. You may not have very many in here right now if you haven't been proficient in KV Core. I'll make this 100 and you'll see how many campaigns I have in my system. I have currently 79 different campaigns, everything from the system campaigns and then ones I've designed. Super cold follow-ups, warms, hots, mediums, all these things I have. Sellers, expireds, renters, FSBOs. I have all kinds of campaigns I built. But today we're strictly going to be focusing on building a new campaign. So I just want to make sure you find the right spot. So in this spot in your library, you're going to see add a campaign, the big green button. Click on that, and we're going to make a new campaign. All right, so what you want to do is campaign scope. I have a team, so you're just going to probably have one selection, but pick your name. And then I want you to do the next thing, which is add. I do not want to add a trigger. You could smart campaign all these things to set up automatically, but right now you do not want things going out without your knowing. So when we get more sophisticated and advanced, we'll set some of these triggers up that you don't even have to launch a campaign. It just launches as soon as you put an agent in and hashtag them a certain thing. But again, I'm trying to keep this at a basic level today, which is still going to be seemingly advanced. So campaign scope, make sure it's your name. If you're a single party, you won't have an option. And then put, I do not want to start a trigger. That means you have to physically launch the campaign, which is what we want. Hit next. This, it's going to say new campaign. Who's it for? Change it to agent, get rid of buyer. Okay. You're just labeling this campaign for an agent. Hit next. Campaign name. For now, I want you to name this campaign Hot Agent. Doesn't matter spelling, all that kind of stuff. Hot Agent. And then every 8 days, so I'm going to put 8-day follow-up. Okay. 30 days. Or I'm sorry, 90 days. 90 days. Okay. Description. This is anything you want it to be, but it's like hot agents every 8 days. Whatever you want it to say here, it doesn't matter. Important. Change always run to no. I don't want to get into all the details of why all these things happen, but always run, put no, and then locked, put no. All right. Hit next. And then you're going to see this is the review of the campaign. It's made by Randy Byrd. It's for agents, no start triggers, designed for agents. That's the name of it. That's the notes we put in, and it's no and no. You're ready to launch your campaign. You're not going to hurt anything. No campaigns launch automatically unless you physically move a button. I'm going to show you that. So don't worry and go ahead and hit add new campaign. Okay. So let's go and look for that. I called it a hot. So in your system, you won't have very many hots, but you might have to hit the enter button twice when it's in your library just to pull up all your hots, because I have several, you'll see. But I have a hot agent 8-day follow-up campaign with 0 touches. That's the one. Right? We have no touches because we haven't built it yet. All we did was establish that campaign. So you can click on it and look at it. It's going to open it up. There's your brand new campaign. Now it's got nothing to do in it. We're going to add that now, but you have that campaign now. So you can see that the campaign's not active, that button right there. If I click it, now the campaign is active. It will run on anybody it's assigned to. We're not going to do that until the very end when everything's correct. So if that campaign's turned off, you don't have to worry. Nobody will get it, whether hashtags are put in or anything. Nobody will get that campaign. All right. So our campaign's built effectively. We've made a place to house the campaign, right? We've got a new hot 8 campaign. Now we got to put data in it so it looks like my campaign that I built that I showed you this morning. So these actions. So what we're going to do is we're going to digress a little bit and we're going to start setting up these templates within that action. Okay. So click the templates button. We're going to get out of the campaign for a minute and set up the things that are going to go to people as we progress. So go to the templates button. And in templates, basically what I want you to do is you're basically making one template for each of the categories right now. And what we're going to do is we're going to set up a text template, a call template, an email template. And then later we'll talk about voicemails and all those other things that we could do. But for right now, just an email, text, and a phone call that are going to be part of that campaign. So what I want you to do for right now is add template. The big green button again. We're going to add our first template. What I want to start with is the text template. Okay, so just click on text template. You're going to see add SMS text template. We're going to make all these on our own. Phase 2. Right now, I just want them as placeholders in our campaign. So once our campaign looks good and we feel good about that, then we'll start adding data to all those things. So right now, I want you to put template name. Let's do text 1, right? That's going to be pretty obvious. Text 1. Oh, I'm sorry. Back up a little bit. Let's put this hot and then fix me. Okay, hot, fix me. That way you can find it easy later. Okay, so hot, fix me. We're going to put it into Randy Byrd. And then the content doesn't matter much right here. All right. So basically what we're doing is we're making a SMS text template. This is where your stuff will be like, hi, this is Don or George or whoever it may be, right? So this is where we'll put that data later that goes out in that text. But for right now, we're not going to put anything. We're going to leave it blank. So it's going to say fix me. Okay. So add the template. So we've made a template called fix me. I want you to go in and I'm going to do it one more time just so if I lost anybody there. Add a template, SMS. We're going to call it fix me hot. It doesn't matter what order. Okay. You'll be able to search for it by Randy. And then I'm going to put fix me. Okay. Add a template. So now I've had a second template in there that we just did. I'm going to go and add an email now. Email template. And template name is just going to be, again, fix me. So we have those to search for when we're doing this. It's an email template now saying fix me. Subject is fix me. All right. And then it's going to get a little complicated here. Track with me. You could just put fix me and keep a template here, or you can go to the advanced editor. This is a whole nother training we're going to have to work on, but the advanced editor is a much cleaner email template. And I'm going to show you, it says switch. You're going to lose everything in here. So you notice when I did that fix me and the other one, it's gone, right? You lose anything you did in that. So it's a different, complete, separate system that's designing templates, but it's much cleaner. And I'll show you why. So in the basic editor, you can't do pictures and all that stuff. So this is the advanced editor. So again, I'm gonna back up and walk you through this one more time because it's important. Okay. So add template email. You're gonna template name just called fix it by Randy Byrd. Subject fix me, not fix it. Okay. And then we're gonna go to advanced editor. Yes, switch. And then here, I just want you to add just a couple quick things just to be able to find that template later. And I'm going to show you a lot more details of what you can do later. But in this advanced template, you click on rows, and then you can add rows over here. Like you can see, I have those rows. You could add this row. You can do whatever you want. Once you have the rows, you go to content, and then you could click like, I want an image. You have to grab that and pull it over to here. And then you can add an image. If you want text, you could grab text and add it down here. Now you could add text in there. Hi, everyone. Okay. Again, I don't want to spend too much time on this because this could just really, derail you. I just want you to have this email template set up so we could add it into the campaign. Okay, so when we've added a couple things in there, it doesn't matter what it looks like right now. We're going to fix it later. It's just a placeholder in our campaign. We're going to hit add template. Okay, so now we've made a template in our system for emails that's called fix me. And then the last one we're going to do is call. So add a template, call template. Again, fix me, template by Randy Byrd, content, fix me. I'm going to show you how powerful this is later, because if I paste something in here like a script, like right here, it says, hi, my name's Randy. We've been friends for some time, whatever I want it to say. I could then, when I do my phone calls, it will pop up with my script. Very cool. Don't worry about it right now. Trust me when I say don't worry about it right now. Okay, we're going to fix all this later very easily in the trainings. But I'm going to show you the power of this in a few minutes. So I've made a call template. It says fix me. This could be blank. I'll cut it. This could be blank like that. Totally fine. Or in the future, I'm going to show you what it looks like when we do our calls. So I'm going to add that template like that. Fix me. Okay. We've made a text, an email, and a call template. Now we're ready to introduce those into our campaign. So we're going to go back to campaigns now that we have those three, and I'll show you what they look like. So if I go to email and I click fix me, it's going to pull up that template we just made, right? So here we go. I could look at it. There it is. That's what I just made. Okay, so there's the email template I just made. We're going to cancel out of there. If I go to text message and put in fix me, there's the fix me we just made. Okay, so again, it just says fix me, fix me. And then if we go to the calls templates and have fix me, it's going to say fix me. And there's the one I just did. Okay, so those are the templates. Now we're going to go back to campaign library. So click on campaign library. And again, we're going to go down here and we're going to type in fix me, because that's the campaign we're looking for. Give it a minute to think. You can hit the enter button after that a few times and it will kind of highlight. See how it pulled up a bunch of them? Watch them hit the enter button again and it pulls up only the fix me one. Okay. So fix me, hot, 8-day agent follow-up for 90 days. Let's pull that campaign up. Okay. This is the one I made today. So the one we just made today, we're going to go into the campaign library and we're going to look for the hot one we made. Okay. So you're going to see hot. I've got hot. I've got multiple. You should only have one, so it'll be easy. But when you look at this, look at the one with 0 touches. Okay. These are all different campaigns I have running. Some are running, some are not. But look for the one that's got 0 touches. That's the one we built this morning. Okay. So click that one and open it up. All right. You see how we have 0 touches in this particular campaign, but this is the one we're going to build for you to follow up with hot agents, and then we'll clone it later. So now we have a campaign that has 0 communication in it. We're going to add them very simply. And you'll see now why we set up all the templates a minute ago. It's going to be super easy to add these. So add action. Let's do SMS first, which is a text. Okay. All I want you to do at the top is put text number 1. And the template, all you have to do now is type fix me. And it will pull up the one that we made today, fix me. Okay. So we could view that template and it just says fix me. That's the actual template. Later, when we have our language, like, hey, how are you doing today, Bill? Whatever it is, I'll show you how to build those soon. Okay. But for now, we're just placeholding all these in the campaign. Now we want to set this up. Click on the time unit. And all this will automatically be correct. It's from the agent to the contact. All you have to do is come down to minutes or day or hours or days, right? We could send this thing out in 10 minutes. We could 3 minutes. We could do anything we want. I want you to focus on just days right now. Put it on days and then scroll down to 8. I want it to be 8 days for the very first thing we do. Okay. Hit add. You see that it's now added it into my campaign. Okay, we're going to do it again. We're going to add 16 days. So the second text. So add an action, SMS. So text 2. Everything's going to be the same. Fix me, right? And you'll only have one fix me in your system to choose from. I have multiple because I was building plans this morning, determining how to best lay this out for you in the easiest way. All right. So again, we're going to go to days, and now we're going to select 16, which is the second email we're sending out. Don't worry, we can switch this totally later. Okay. So you see now that I have day 8 is text 1, day 16 is text 2. We're starting to build that cadence of when they're going to get connected. Say we mess up. All you have to do is go into edit and then change that day. Let's just change it to 4 for giggles, right? So you could scroll down to 4 and just hit update. Now it's at 4. All we have to do is click edit, go back, and just change it back to what we want it to be. 8. The reason I say this is because you might mess up as you're building this. All we have to do is, once it's all done, go back and adjust the dates to get it right, okay? So we've got 2 cadences in there now. Let's do a third one. We'll do SMS. We'll do text 3. This is going to be valuable later so you know which ones you need to change and fix. And then I'm going to say fix me. Okay, so there's another fix me. We're going to go days. The next thing after 16 in cadence plus 8 days is 24. So again, you could scroll down, by the way, very quickly. It moves fast though. So you got to kind of watch what you're doing with the mouse, but 24 days. So now we've almost rounded out the first month of communication we're going to have with them. The plan's not running. Nothing's going out. We're just designing it. So now that we've communicated on week 1, basically week 2, week 3, let's do a phone call every 30 days. So add action, do a call. Same thing. Just all you have to type something, but you could type call. And the template, we're going to put fix me. Okay. And then it's going to pick up the fix me. Now, I do think there's value of making it a hot, and then we'll redo a clone for a warm and a cold, because it can have different language in this template as we pull it up. You see how I put that language in there. So all of a sudden, when you get reminded in KV Core to make that call, well, then guess what? You can have the script pull right up on your screen when you're making that phone call. Very powerful. I'm going to teach you all that stuff. Okay. So you can see this is what that template will look like. But down here, we want to go to days and then 30. All right. So we're going to 30 days. And if it's wrong, it doesn't matter. Just figure it out again. If you hit the number like 25, highlight the cell, hit 25 and then enter, it will change the number. So 25, enter, it will do it. It's a little funky, to be honest with you. So I'm going to hit 30, hit enter. You could always hit this drop down and get what you want, but you see how it goes to the top. So I got to go to 30. Look at how fast it moves. It's like you really kind of got to be easy on the mouse to get close to where you want. You could also arrow up and down once you're in here and get to the one you want. Okay, click 30 and hit add. So now you can see what's going on. We got week 1 a text, week 2 a text, week 3 a text, and then day 30 is a phone call. So we're going to build this all the way up to 90 days right now so you can watch the whole thing being built. I'm going to move up my speed a little bit because it's a replication that I'm doing. You should get this replication down here shortly, okay? I'm going to take the next couple slow, and then I'm going to speed up. So add action again. Okay, we're still in our campaign. Add an action, add an SMS. Let me look at what text I was on. I was on text 3. So add action, SMS, text 4. Okay, this is not critical. It's just helping me know what I need to put into the plan. And then I'm going to put fix me in here because we're basically giving the same exact text to everything right now. And then we're going to go down to the days, and we're going to add 8 on to 38. So we're going to go, or 8 on to 30. So we're going to go at 38. Okay, so the next cadence, 8 days on top of 38 would be 46. So we're going to add another text. Text number 5, I think that was. Days. And then let's make it wrong on purpose. I'm going to go 48. Okay, 48 days, add. I need to put that fix me template in there. Okay, fix me, 48 days, add. So now let's say you just did that and you're panicking because you're like, oh man, I made it the wrong date. No big deal. 38 plus 8 is 44. Just go over to the edit button and change this date to 44. You could use the scroll down, whatever you want to do. Like I said, it's very touchy. So get close and then I do it with my mouse. 44. Okay, we're back on track. Our cadence is good. 8 on top of that is 52 days. We need another text because we're going to call every 30 days. So 52 days, another text. So I'm going to move up a little bit, text 6. I'm going to go down to the template, fix me. I'm going to go down to the days, and I'm going to scroll down to 52. Okay, 52. We're looking good on our cadence here. Okay, so now we're due for another phone call, 60 days. So add a call. Add a call, just put call. Add a template, same one, fix me. I'll show you why we're doing this and we'll add them later. So fix me, and then days, and then I'm kind of forgetting where I was, but I think it was, yeah, this is 60 now. Okay, so come down. All of this is editable later. I'll show you in a few minutes. Okay, let me finish out the next month real quick. I'll show you how fast you could do this. So text, we'll go text number 7. We'll scroll down to fix me. We'll go days, and we'll go 68. Okay, 68 days, add. Next one, SMS, text number 8. Fix me, come down to days, and I think I'm at like 75, but I'm not positive. It's okay. If you remember, that's great. Fix me template has to be in there. So I'm going to look. I've got a cadence of 68, and then it should have been 76. I'll go ahead and change it, 76. Okay, 76. So that's cool now. So 76, the next one's 84. I need another text for this particular campaign. So I'm going to go text number, I think it's 9. Okay, this is fix me. Again, this really doesn't matter too much now. We're trying to build this system out. So we were at 76, so we're at 84. Okay, 84. Let's take a look at this. Looks like we're good. Text 7, 8, 9. Everything's in order. Now we're ready for our last call in the 90-day campaign. We're going to go to call. We're going to put in call. We're going to go to fix me, the template we made in the beginning. You see why we made those templates now? Because you have to pick a template to set these tasks in. These are going to be edited, but that's how this works. And then we're going to go days, 90. Oops, 90. Okay, day 90, boom. So now we have a cadence of a call at day 90. Last thing in this campaign, remember this is only a 90-day campaign, then we're going to relaunch them into another hot or a warm or whatever. Last thing I'm going to show you is to add a task at the end of it, or a status, right? So basically, let's click status, and let's go, what's status, right? We're just typing something in there. And then again, we're going to change the status to prospect. It doesn't matter. Again, you can change them anything you want, but we're changing their status. Something's happening. Okay. And so, and then we can come down here and we're going to say we're going to do that in 95 days. So in 95 days, we're going to change the status. Okay. Let's do fix me. I think I made a fix me. No, I didn't. So change status to prospect. Okay. So in 95 days, at the end of this campaign, it's going to change their status to a prospect as you're progressing, right? Another thing that we want to do is create a backstop. So I'm going to do a task at the end of this, and I'm going to put end question mark. Whatever you want to put in here, it's just something identifying the campaign's ended. Let's say the template, again, backstop is one I have. Backstop to me means stop, see what's going on. It's a military thing. When you're going through terrain, you have backstops to make sure you're on track, right? So backstop. Days, we're going to set that at 96 days. So right after all of our tasks are done, we're going to have a backstop at the end of this to see what's next. And that will task you on your desktop saying, here's a task to do today. This guy's campaign's ended. What are we doing next? Okay. All right. So now we have all of our campaigns built. You can see we have this all in here. We also made the emails. So now we could weave emails into this as well. For instance, one of the emails that I think is a great one to do is your contact information. So I'm going to add an action email. Remember, we made that template. So we're going to say email 1. contact info, for instance, right? You don't have to do this piece in the campaign in the beginning, but I think it's a good one. So template, we're going to go fix me that we made earlier, right? And then we're going to say we want to send this out like 3 days after we started, after we had a phone call with them. So we're going to send them our contact info. And now we're going to hit add. All right. So when we look at this, now you see how it moved it up to the top of the campaign. So after we've talked to them and we launched this campaign, 3 days later, they're going to get an email from us saying, here's my contact information. I'm going to change this to my email that goes out so you can see it, see what it looks like. So mine's called contact info, Randy, 2 agents. So I'm going to select that. Okay. So in 3 days, they're going to see that. I'm going to show you why I did that. So I've got my email in here that actually physically goes out when I'm doing this. So let's look at this. So if we preview this email, here's what it will look like. This is a campaign email I made. It says, hey, here's my contact info card. My team is in 3 markets, Santa Rosa, Redding, and the Willamette Valley. I say my area, send me your markets served. My contact card's at the bottom. So I took a picture of my contact card, added it into a photo like I showed you on there. I have a picture of my Zoom office. I have a little bit about me. I have propaganda, which is a video that I did. And I'll just, you could add all this stuff into your email if you use that advanced editor. And then so they watch the video, they get to know me a little bit more. We're building relationship. And I got my signature and then I got my contact card at the bottom. All right. So that's what they would actually receive on day 3. And it's now we're flowing through. Okay. So email on day 3. Another thing you may want to do is send them another email somewhere in the campaign. You could do it, say you have a text at 44. You could add another email that's at like, email 2. And maybe it's something about you or your team or something to build value with them. But for right now, we're not going to do it. But that's why we built that campaign. So you could add those templates in there. I think the contact card's a good one, telling them what markets you're in and then finding out what markets they're in. I think that's a good one. But again, if you want to, boom, just delete it. It's not in the campaign anymore. Okay, the very first campaign is going to be a text in day 8. Now, you may be asking why I start this on day 8 and not day 1. Here's the answer. On day 1, I want you, and we'll teach this, but I want you to send them a text that is personalized on day 1, meaning that, hey, Chad, great conversation we just had, right? You just had a conversation. You've labeled them as a hot. So you're going to follow up every 8 days. You want that first one to be a personal message from your KV core. All right. So in this particular situation, if I was talking to Chad and I was about to launch the hot campaign on him, I would send him a personal text. Hey, Chad, this is Randy. By the way, this is my work number. And we could put this as a template in here on day 0 or day 1. But I want to teach you guys how to have private conversations in that first one. And also you're setting them up to know that your smart number exists because everything coming from KV Core is your smart number. So on day 1, you're going to send, hey, Chad, great talking to you right now. Listen, I'll stay in touch every week. This is my work number. By the way, my personal cell is blank, right? And I'll show you all that in a few minutes. Matter of fact, I'll show you what that looks like as in just a second. But then you personally send that first text and then you launch the campaign. And then now it's on autopilot. You don't do anything else for the next 90 days, except get the trigger to call them every 30 days. So they're getting a text every week and then boom, we're cruising. Okay. So now your campaign is complete. This is the one we just built. You have a full-fledged campaign that now we have to do the details of what each one of those texts are going to say. This is week 1, folks. I'm not going to go into how we're going to build all those texts until next week. I understand. I'm going to give you a snapshot for those overachievers that want to do it now. It's not totally difficult, but I don't want to overwhelm in this first phase. So I'm going to do a real quick, just one text edit and show you how to use it. But I understand I don't want to overwhelm you. So when you're done with this particular training 1, if you will, you should have a campaign in your KV core under a hot agent with an 8-day follow-up cadence for 90 days with a trigger that the game is over at the end so you could reclassify them, okay? That's the end of this phase one. Now I'm going to give you a bonus session right now and show you how to, let's replace this text number one in this particular campaign. So we'll make it a real text that's going to really go out to somebody after we launch that campaign. So let me go back to my templates. You're going to now make a new template for hot first message, right? So if you're in templates, you just hit add a new template. We're going to do a new SMS template. You're making this yourself. So let's call this hot agent so you can identify it easily. And I want this to be text one. Okay, so that's the very first text they're going to get. And you can even put on day 8, you know, to remind you. This is going to come from Randy Byrd, not my team. And then here's a little shortcut. Put hey or hi or whatever, and then hold down that amp. I think it's called a bracket. Hold down the bracket button. It's the one that's right next to the P button on the keyboard. Next to P, hold down the bracket so it looks like that, and then we'll pull up their first name. So you could just hit enter, and it added hey first name. That way, if it's Bill, that's easy to type. But what if their name is Chinquita, which I just had one this week? It will spell it correctly and it will add it very quickly. So again, let me show you how fast this goes. I go, hey, Chinquita, right? I said him. So I go, hi, Chinquita, boom, hit enter. It puts their name in, put a dot. Remember, you're texting, so you don't want this to be too formal. There's actually value in having it look like it's a little misspelled or abbreviated and stuff. Let's just say I just wanted to touch base. Hope you're having a great day. Okay, and then type in your first name, Randy, so they remember who you are. And that text you sent last week, they're going to have your number in the phone. It's going to pop up. So this is really what we're saying on day. It's just, hey, I just wanted to touch base. Hope you're having a great day. Or you could say, excuse me, I told you I would stay in touch gently, right? The bottom line is you want this to sound like what you would if you forward yourself a week in advance. So say I talked to Dawn today, and then I'm typing this out a week from today. What would I say? Hey, Dawn, great talking to you last week. Or, hey, Dawn, you want to make it generic because you're launching this to a bunch of people. You don't want to make it just for Dawn. So you don't want to say, hey, Dawn, I hope your dog's getting better, because you can't send that to 90 agents. You want to make it like, hey, great talking to you last week. Just staying in touch. Crush the week. Something generic like that, right? And that maybe is a good one. Since you know it's the first text after your initial personal one, you could say, great connecting last week. Okay, now here's another secret. You see how it says hot agent 1 up here on day 8? You could also put great connecting last week. I'll show you why in a second. Okay, so let's add that template. We called it hot agent text 1. If we want to look at it, you click on the text messages. You have to click these to look at it, but text message, and then hot agent, and it should pull up. Hot agent. Okay, there it is. We could edit it. We could clone it and make something similar to it. That's what I'm going to teach you in the future. So what I'm going to do is, say, for instance, you want to clone this. You could clone it, and then you could call it hot agent text 2, right? We know it's number 2, and then we could change the language in here. And for instance, you could say, you can mix it up a little bit. So you could say, good morning, and then hit that in their first name. Okay, so now it's going to say, good morning, Chinquita. How are you? Question mark. Maybe that's the whole message, right? But that, and then up here, you can put, how are you? Question mark. So you know what's going to be said in the thing. Okay. So now here's where the magic happens. Go back to our campaigns. I know I'm going fast, but you could record and look at this. Go back to our campaigns. We're going to look for our campaign called Hot. Okay, I have several, so bear with me. Hot agent. And it's this It's this one right here we built today. Okay, hot agent 8-day follow-up for 90 days. Okay, we're going to open it up. Here's all the things we built. Remember, we did this cadence. So now check it out on this day one text preview. The one that's in here just says fix me. So now we're going to click on this and pick that one text. So edit. Okay, text one. But watch this. If we hit this template button and we hit hot text one, oops, hot text one. Now I have a bunch, but you should be able to pull up just text one, for instance. Come on, baby. Text one. Okay, there you go. Hot agent text one. I have a bunch. You probably only have one until you start building 70 campaigns like I have. So we're going to add that text into it. What I do is I just grab, oh, sorry about that. So text one. You want to type a little something up here. So you could say text one, but you could say great connecting. You have to retype this here because it's going to show up in your campaign. You don't have to touch anything else. You already have it as an 8-day cadence and everything. You see why I put that language at the top there? So when you preview it, you'll see what it's going to look like, what's going out to them. But if you look at it, this name displays on the campaign. So great connect. And then you could say, you know, smiley face, just so you can see where it shows up in the template. Okay, you see how right there, that gives you an idea what's going out. Give it a little short description, great connecting, how you've been, whatever. It helps rather than just saying text one, text two, text three. You could do that. So let's edit text number two. Text number two is the one that said text two, right? So hot agent text two, how are you? I'm not going to change anything this time. I'm just going to add that template. So there you go. But see how you can't tell what's there? If you preview it, it's correct. Good morning, Chinquita. How are you? Right? But I'd go back and edit it and I'd put, how are you? Again, nobody's going to see this. It doesn't matter if it's spelt nicely or whatever, but there, now you have two texts that are actually perfectly ready to go. So if I turned on this campaign and launched it to somebody, you would get that text. Okay? You would get that text in 8 days. So I'm going to turn the campaign off, and then I'm going to show you how I would launch this campaign, just again, as a snapshot of how cool the system is. But for now, training-wise, I just want homework-wise, build this first campaign, get the cadence correctly, and then next week, we're going to start putting these things in. But for today, here's the homework to finish this call up. Get a piece of paper out and lay out 10 texts that are a week apart in the future. You have to give this some thought, but super short, simple, and just say, for instance, we'll add the hey first name thing, but like, how are you doing? Just checking in. That's text one. Text two may be, hey, how's it going? How did your year end up? Because you know that's going to go out in 2 weeks. That's appropriate to say right now. Text three may be, hey, just checking in. What's the good word? That's what I say a lot, right? You want to lay these out because now we're going to have to individually build your text campaigns that are going to be filled into this campaign. Then when you launch it, all those things go out automatically. I know a lot of people might be freaking out going, man, I don't know what to say a month in advance, but just keep it generic. It works very well. And this will automate and make your business duplicatable. So now you can scale it to 100, 10, 20, 100 agents. So piece of paper this week, it'd be helpful because by next Thursday's call, you're going to have your campaigns built. And I'm going to show you how to start building those personalized campaigns out. I gave you a little snapshot. If you pick up on it and you want to run with it, run with it. Build the campaign out. It's all good. We could always fix it. We could look at it before it goes live. We're going to look at everybody's before they go live. Okay. So that's the process. Number one, build your campaign blank. Number two, build those template, the 3 templates, the text, email, and task or call that I told you about. Put those into the categories. And then next week, we'll start fine tuning those things. So within the 3rd week of this, you're going to be fully launching campaigns in hot, warm, and cold. Because once we have this campaign built, we're just going to clone the campaign really simple right here. and then we're going to change the dates, and all of a sudden everything still works. It's just a longer distance between calls. Okay. I hope that's valuable. I hope that's helpful. I don't know how long this was, probably just 45 minutes to an hour, but there's a lot to building campaigns. I tried to condense it to get you to be able to follow through the best. I do believe that when you're done with this, you'll have a really highly functional campaign, and then we could tweak it with voicemails and emails and all kinds of stuff. Okay. That's it for today, guys. Have a great day. If you have any questions, let's bring them to the call next week. Next week, we're going to start doing some scripts and dialogues of how to reach out to people, how to three-way your leaders. And then we're going to get right into this, because this is the meat and potatoes of the next piece of the success for your journey in this 90-day campaign, is being able to have the conversations, but then launch a automated campaign that's really going to take your business to another level. Okay. I appreciate it. Have a great day. Thanks for being here, and I'm looking forward to Thursday. All right. See you guys. Bye now.